So what type of pet have you got? Well, it depends what sign you are. I want to have a look at the fixed signs of the zodiac. So that's Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. So what pets would a Leo have? Well, obviously a cat, obviously. But they're also quite good with dogs, Leos. They're good, especially with dogs that sort of don't so much have high hang-dog ears who walk with their heads on the ground, but dogs that stick their heads up and bounce along, quite like springers, for example. Leos are quite good with dogs that are playful and fun. And Leos have this affinity with all types of cats, from the wild cats in the jungle to the domesticated house cat. They know how it feels for a cat to want to have its tummy tickled. And of course, lions, Leos will always have an affinity with any other animal that has a mane. Surprisingly, more jockeys are Leos than any other sign. And jockeys are really small. So why that should be, I don't know. But there is something about horses with Leos. Can't quite work it out. But it has to be said, primarily, Leos are cats and dogs people. I know I'm going to upset a few of you by saying that. So what about Taurus? Well, okay, Taurus is the bull, but that does not mean that Taurians keep livestock as pets. Obviously not. However, Taurians do seem to have an affinity with those types of animals that are not so much constantly on the go, but are more solid and fixed and stable. Hence, I knew a Taurian once who had a pet brick. He used to take it out with him, and that was for real for a few months as well. He was a bit mad. Taurians will tend to go for the animals that just sort of take after themselves. Hence, any animal that the Taurus has, whether it be dog or cat, for example, will adapt to the characteristics of the owner quite fast. Tauruses are quite good with almost any animal. The only thing they don't like is the ones that chatter and chirp all the time. They're not that good with birds, for example. You don't see many Taurians keeping birds. They tend to keep the animals that aren't particularly fast moving. Not that that's a reflection on Taurus, but the passiveness of those animals does help keep those Taurians calm and stable. So what animals does a Scorpio keep? Well, it can be an ant farm, it can be a spider hatchery, it can be anything, but as long as the animal itself is probably black. They go for ravens and crows rather than bullfinches or kingfishers when it comes to the bird family. Scorpios don't normally have that much time for cats, on the grounds that cats have got the opinion that they're smarter than most humans, and Scorpios not having that. So Scorpios are more dog people than they are cats. And Scorpio will go for any type of pet really, as long as it's got a bit of intelligence. Scorpios like pets that think for themselves. So surprisingly enough, the mixture of Scorpio and Gemini is quite common in 2 or 3 people I know who did a weird survey into the researching of animal researchers. They found that chimpanzee people and gorilla people are a real mix of Scorpio and Gemini. Why that should be, I don't know. And Aquarius, well, Aquarius are pets. The whole idea of Aquarius keeping any living being as a pet, for a start off, they have enough trouble with themselves, let alone their partners or their families, so pets. But if they do have a pet, then you can be sure that that pet is going to be fundamentally different. It'll be one of those little poodles that they do up with fancy hairdos, or it'll be a cat with only one eye. Or it'll be a bird that's got so many different colours and makes so many different noises. The animal will be different, whatever it is. And this reflects the Aquarian urge to be different. It won't be conventional, because what's the point? Aquarians have got you, their friends, for conventionality and orthodoxy. They want their pet to represent something like them, something fundamentally different. All of the fixed signs have got a bit of a thing about their pets. They want their pets to be an extension of themselves. And their pets do tend to represent a kind of mirror imagery of their owners. Do the cardinal signs next.